Tonight, shame game. Sport fights for its reputation as the Bombers' former pharmacist feels the pressure.
He stands as a sacrificial lamb on the altar of sport.
Deadly plunge. A community in mourning as a fiery plane crash claims 2 lives near Mildura.
Their loss will be felt far and wide.
And Miranda Mayhem. The supermodel incites a fashion frenzy in the city.
I am in all black.
It's Melbourne.
It's
so
Melbourne.
cool.
I wanted to fit in with the Melbourne crowd.
This is 10 News at 5 with Ben Lewis.
Good evening and welcome to 10 News. First tonight, the crisis facing sport. Australia's sporting leaders are promising a new era of zero tolerance for cheats and corruption, jolted into action by the Crime Commission's damning revelations. The AFL will now vet all substances used by players and register any club consultants. Fremantle has revealed links to a convicted illegal importer, and several betting agencies have suspended all wagers on Essendon's round 1 match against the Crows. 10's Emma O'Sullivan begins our coverage.
The cloud over sport spreads wider than Essendon, but...
And Emma O'Sullivan joins us live now from Essendon's headquarters. Emma, it's Joe Watson's birthday, but the Bombers captain doesn't have a lot to celebrate today.
Ben, the short answer is no, not...
A leading AFL sports doctor claims peptides, the hormone suspected to be at the centre of Essendon's controversy, have been used here for more than a decade. As Holly Little reports, it's easy to find, but hard to regulate.
Jumping to her sports defence.
Now to the day's other news, and a community is in mourning after a devastating plane crash killed 2 Oyun footballers. The men's light aircraft clipped power lines and crashed near Timburu in the state's northwest. Jade Vincent has the details.
What was meant to be a joy flight.
Some sweet relief for Victoria's struggling job market, with 100 new positions created at Kraft Foods. The Premier donned a white coat and gloves to open a new research and development facility, mixing his own recipe for the food industry's success.
We'll generate more than 100 jobs and secure 1,000 jobs and present enormous opportunities for the food and beverage industry in Victoria to reach out to the world.
The centre will work on developing new confectionery for the Asian market. Miranda Kerr has brought Melbourne's lunchtime city rush to a standstill, modelling eye-catching fashion for next season. Chanel Vella joined hundreds who lined the Burke Street catwalk for a glimpse of our homegrown international supermodel.
A picture of sophistication.
Miranda, you know where to find me. Now here's Rob Waters looking ahead to Friday night sport.
They're not content with 4 Melbourne Cups.
Thanks, Rob. Coming up in 10 News, taxing times, Labor's mining shortfall delivers a budget blow. And a bay rescue drama for a stricken windsurfer. This is 10 News, and the Gillard government has finally bowed to political pressure, revealing just how much money it's taking in through the controversial mining tax. And as political editor Hugh Riminton discovered, it's a long way short of budget forecasts.
The mining tax has a long, painful history for Labor.
Time now to check Friday night traffic, so let's cross live to Emma Notafrancesco in the chopper.
Thanks a lot, Ben. A bad run home on the ring road.
Thanks, Emma. Coming up in 10 News, police under attack from one of their own in Los Angeles. Olympic meltdown, Russia's president not impressed with winter preparations. And a TV legend treading the boards in Australia for a new stage show. It takes a lot to shock crime-hardened Los Angeles, but a rogue cop on a killing spree has the City of Angels scared stiff. Dan Sutton joins us from LA now. Dan, why has this guy turned so violently on his former mates in the LAPD?
Well, Ben, Christopher Dorner was fired from his job 4 years ago for...
Thanks, Dan. Dan Sutton there, live in Los Angeles. Well, we're just 1 year out from the Winter Olympics in Russia. There's just one small problem for organisers. There's no snow. The sun beamed down in Sochi as construction workers continued readying sites for the $51 billion Games. Temperatures are topping 19 degrees, but despite this, organisers are promising there'll be plenty of the white stuff when the torch is lit, with snowmakers and snow-storing technology at the ready. And it better be. An unimpressed-looking President Putin today fired a top official after publicly ridiculing him on a visit to venues. Now it's over to Mike and a Friday friend with the latest on the weather.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Good evening.
Thanks, Mike. Coming up, shame game. Australia's sporting reputation takes a hit overseas. And safety fears ahead of Melbourne Victory's clash with Adelaide United. You're watching 10 News, returning to the crisis in sport, and one of the founders of the modern drug test says the world will be watching to see how Australia salvages its once clean reputation. 10's Emma Dallymore sat down with Dr Don Catlin.
How much damage?
7-time series champion Kai Hurst clearly isn't scared of heights, so it's the gutsy girls who can share our play of the day. There you go, I'm not big on heights either, but don't you, like Mel, start bagging the play of the day. They'll get very upset.
I was going to say iron men, iron women. They should have been able to run up there, I would have thought.
Have a good weekend.
Anyway, you too, mate. Thanks, Rob. Time to check the Powerball results now, and with no Division 1 winner, the prize pool jackpots. Division 2 returns $80,600. The rest of the prizes there on your screen. Time to check traffic again, so let's cross back to Emma in the chopper.
Thanks a lot, Ben. It's really bad news on the Westgate Freeway in...
Not looking good, thanks, Emma. Mike's next after the break with the weather. And SeaWorld's new attraction makes a splash. And just before we go to Mike with the weather, SeaWorld is looking for suggestions to name its new baby dolphin. The little girl made her public debut alongside her first-time parents, Suni and Kiama. She weighed in at 15 kilos and is almost a metre long. The new arrival was a surprise to staff, but is already fiercely independent, swimming around the pool by herself. The winner of the naming competition scores a close encounter with the dolphins.
This weather report proudly brought to you by Mortein NatureGuard Automatic Odourless for continuous odourless protection.
It's a beautiful evening outside in Melbourne at the moment. Mike Larkin is soaking up that sun.
Yeah, thank you, Ben, and a very good evening for you of the snake. We might try some after this. Yeah, as if. Ben, see you on Monday.
Sounds delicious. Thanks, Mike. That's it for 10 News this Friday night. Stay with us. The project at 6:30. Take care and good night.